And now we'll move on to the Mayor's monthly report, and I thought that I would highlight the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas students' visit to Christchurch as well. I know that one of the community boards did too, but it was an exceptionally powerful occasion, I thought. It was a great opportunity to have young students who'd been through a disaster meeting up with a group of students who didn't so much live through the disaster in the role that they're in today, but showed the longevity of a movement that had purpose, and that's the Student Volunteer Army. So they both organisations emerged from a disaster, but I just thought it was incredibly powerful. And I went to their leadership summit where they had a number of presentations, and then they kicked all of the adults out of the room, and the two groups have worked hard on developing the model that enables a movement to keep going beyond the immediate aftermath of disaster. So I've invited the Student Volunteer Army to come and present to the symposium that the government's organising. I've advised the Minister, and she's very pleased with that approach, and I think that's going to be a very powerful legacy that they will leave, not only our city and not just the city of Parkland, Florida, but also the world in terms of young people and their capacity to step up after disaster strikes. So it was a pretty powerful and moving occasion, as I've identified in the report. So I'm happy to answer any questions. Yanni, have you got any questions for me?
I just only had one brief comment really, and that was just to say, I was really disappointed I couldn't be there for the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas students visit. As people maybe aware, I went to high school in the USA, walked through metal detectors in school every day with armed policemen at our school. 24/7, and also I've got a personal connection to Florida. That's where my grandparents were from, so I just really wanted to say thank you for hosting them. I wanted to acknowledge Nancy Gilbert for her role in bringing that together, and while being disappointed not being there, I'm sure that Christchurch and yourself went out of your way to make them feel welcome, and I just really appreciate that. So that was the only point I wanted to make in regards to your report. Thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you for that, Yanni. It was that, and it was all of that. It was incredibly amazing. And Nancy Gilbert, who's our honorary consul in Florida, she's had that role for I don't know, about 9 months, and I think she's achieved more than I think any honorary consul in the world has achieved in terms of making a very real and meaningful connection between Florida and Christchurch, New Zealand. It's just, it's been outstanding. So, Vicky.
Very brief question. The symposium you mentioned, and I seem to remember reading somewhere the number of people that could go to it wasn't very high.
Well, there are a number of workshops that are being worked on as well. It's just the venue.
Yeah. Is it going to be able to be watched?
Yes, yes, it will be. It will be. As I understand it, it will be live streamed. Yeah. Yep. So that's at the end of November, but there'll be a lot more details. There's still invitations going out to speakers and sorting out the final process, and we've got a couple of workshops that we're working on at the moment as well. All right, would someone like to move? Tim, thank you. Aaron, thank you. I'll put that motion. All those in favour say aye. Those opposed say no.
Aye.
That's carried.